This is so mad, so maddening, mad world. My name is James Martin Driscoll. I'm born and raised in San Bernardino. I'm age 55. I have several factors involved that I need to share to the universe here. I'm currently living in my childhood home since age 5 with my mother. Okay, now, my nose is itching right now. Okay, so this is like the third attempt. Okay, so now, what we're going to do, I'm going to go to Twitter. Okay, so I'm going to Twitter. Hopefully it sets it, Twitter. There you go. This is a tweet from my county's Department of Behavioral Health. And, my nose is itching. It's crazy. You may notice this like later. Okay, so emergency medical health services are available during the county holiday on May 15th. See, that's a visit, and there's a URL, or call 888-743-1478 for a complete list of hours and locations. Hashtag President's Day. And special graphic created for this. Okay, special announcement on Twitter that they're available on President's Day. And I write and reply back. I replied back. But once again, as this tweet professed false reality, hashtag Mental Health for All, which is a national campaign, not as we apply realism's documented, is that a reason to also include available to SB City residents James Martin Driscoll. That's me. And then there's a URL, and it's fuckeduphuman.space. Yes, you heard that. / 911 text interface. Yes, you heard that. It's reaching out. I'm going to now click it to show you that it's a valid place. You may note the tag below on the bottom. I have no space on my phone for long videos. So, I'm just going to go crazy if this doesn't record. Come on. Up there, yeah. It's an audio file. Come on. It's obvious again. It's going to give me a problem. There you go. Oh, yeah, there it is.
From James Driscoll. Date: Wednesday, December 16th, 2020, 10:38 a.m. Subject: reaching out. I did an all too apparent as no one can reach out to me in all honesty. 2. Dr. Veronica Kelly - Director, San Bernardino County Department of Behavioral Health CC.
What?
Mike Byers. This is bar business. Attorney Dale Lee Henderson at fuckeduphuman.net, and perhaps the judge name too. Mama Fire Dancer.
What?
Dr. Mubashir Faruqi Patient. James Martin Driscoll. LGBT bar. Jesse Milan Jr. AIDS United. Truthfinder Help. Prior used relative /family contacts removed from distributions. This dialogue to be shared directly to the San Bernardino Sun in person.
Okay.
Dr. Veronica Kelly, Director.
I'm not proceeding. That was the introduction of the email that I wrote, right? Okay. That's fuckeduphuman.space. So 911 text interface. The email I wrote for a 911 text interface, I have a reference to there. And now when I call on the 15th, me as a citizen, on the 15th, I would like to, I would like to have a reply to the secondary email here. Bloodwin101.fuckeduphuman.space/email and then another Gmail. Okay, you now realize that there's a link there. It's valid. Both those emails have spoken voice narratives. Okay, now, that email has spoken voice and written copy. So now that little thing, it says when retweet. I retweeted. Okay, so I retweeted because I had a trip. Let me get out of my way. I had a trip I needed to do with Uber to go to the post office to drop off my declaration of opposition to the lien sale on my car that occurred after several days of the motel stay that I had that went south. I called the Blood Room. If you hashtag Bloodroom 101, I think there's 2 YouTube videos that come up in YouTube, and one of them shows the back, it's darkened, but the back of the YouTube, when I'm talking, the pillow is obviously completely from, red, a tint of red. It's dried. Okay. I have 2 books here that I also took with me to the Uber guy. They're full of blood. The whole space was full of blood, because I cut myself in the neck here because they forced entry after I asked for it. It's in the emails there for the blood room. I asked for San Bernardino Police Department officer, and they never came through with an integrity. It's documented there. So they tried to force entry, and it starts this one, and then they did it again, and I have one on the right. It's whatever day that was. They took me to the hospital. So I now was under the care of the Department of Behavioral Health. Still nothing panned out to a services offered with integrity. Nothing is still firmed out. I have no services. Reliable services. No, there's no reliable services in any of this. Now on Uber here today, earlier today, I had to try to get my car in a stop lien sale function from DMV. Okay, now I'm going to tell you the value of my car to me is 0. So it's not about the car being actually put into, I don't want the car sold. Take it. I'm not going to pay the impound fees. $700, by the way. It wasn't towed off the lot. Okay, we're in an impound, so that I have a declaration of additional parties' interest on the form that says additional parties involved are San Bernardino Police Department. I have a 911 text interface that was established prior to checkout time, 11, and that the whole thing is in regard to that. Okay, so now I have an Uber to take care of business. So that was earlier today. So replying to grew up this myself and the San Bernardino Department of Behavior and Uber addendum. Privacy respected. Reference 4/11/2021, 4:25 p.m. Round trip from and to San Bernardino, California. Or 3260 Granite Vistas, San Bernardino. Okay, that was from the post office. The fare was $28.04, and the tip was $17.76, which is obviously the year the country, the date of our country started. Add to tip involvement, there's an add to option, of grave concern. My mother involved to confirm a plea. She went out when I needed to get into the Uber, by the way, with a walker. I'll show you that in a minute, to help find us resolve. Now there's a link. The link is bloodroom101.fuckeduphuman.space. That's the main page. Thanks. Now, and then there's another reply, and it says, this is so imperative, and the secondary email is in the folder there. There's 2 emails. Okay, there's one link, and it's not in here. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, the emails that are in this folder have spoken voice narrative interface because my mom has macular degeneration. She has visual impairment. Now, and I talked about this again. She's going to review all of these things again. She's going to listen to them all as fresh again. And she's going to call the Department of Behavioral Health as my advocate to the record here. And the presentations of the record will empower her to what she's going to say again. She wrote a letter to Dr. Kelly, unanswered. My emails go unanswered. I actually under the care for a few days, and nothing panned out. They called back to try to initiate services with me at the Phoenix Counseling Center, which I had before, and the person who called, I talked to them. Yeah, he's going to say I denied. He's going to say I denied services, that I didn't want service. That's not what I said. He called and started the process, and I said, okay, the documents that we're going to go through the process to the documents that need to be signed, reviewed and signed. I want them sent to my home so I can read them, and that caused a stoppage to break the conversation because he was not willing to negotiate himself over the policy that I have to be in the office and be at the Phoenix Counseling Center to initiate this process. And I said, no, that's not true. I want to read and complete on my own time. No pressure, no time, no rush. On my own time, at very detail of all of the documents that I need to sign. And I want to review them on my own time. Of course, get my own copy, and any references of anything, and do the research on the full spectrum of the policy that I would be signing under for the San Bernardino Department of Behavioral Health, and that is my right. That's my right. So the person that I talked to, hung up the call, and I never have called back. So attempted again to interface that after I sliced my neck with a mirror piece, with that I had no weapons, and all the events that happened in Blood Room 101, documented with a true 911 text interface. You can access 911 with your phone on text. With it being a blood room, actually a blood room. It's an emergency. Okay, so all the way back here. What is it? What's it say? Emergency mental health. Right, it's an emergency, right? What makes it not an emergency? Right. Okay, so we're going to try this again. I have a fax in a record of a fax. I faxed their office of the application for services on their own form with the details that I wrote into the detail record. Ignored. Reaching out, the link for reaching out says basically describes the events that started from July of 2017 forward with Dr. Eric Berger. Okay. Hashtag Bloodroom 101 on YouTube. There's a video with the Bloodroom. It's a bloodroom. Just knowing the fact that this is on, and then again, what my vehicle value, the value of my vehicle. The value of my vehicle to me is zero. The condition of the car is zero. It'd be nice to have my car back, but I don't want my car back. That's the fact that this is not about getting my car back. It's not like if it was a Lexus or something. I want my car back. That's not the deal here. The deal here is statement, a compliance statement. I would like to have onto their process. Let's see, a compliance of standard. I have it for something else. Okay, the business orientation. If they're not following the law, I can't get the documents to be sent to my home so I can review them myself on my own time, at my own pace. So, I can sign up for services in that regard. That's not available to me. Something fishy going on. Fucking people. Okay, so now I got this part here. Now I'm gonna go to Adam for Adam. I've got a very short space here. Adam for Adam. Adam for Adam. This is the freakiness part of this. Okay, since I'm now a pedestrian, okay, the other day in front of 7-Eleven, escaping from an incident where I had three people, two males and one female. The female had already hit me in the face, and I'm escaping from the violence that they are intending on me. Okay, they stalked me. I was at 7-Eleven, and this all went down. Okay, and I darted out of the parking lot, trying to get out of the neighborhood, the sequence of things. Okay, she had already hit me in the face. Describe this stuff is okay. So I didn't tell, but once the next part of this happened. So I darted out of the darkened lot, trying to get out of the neighborhood in the view of these people that were following me around. So try to get out of the space. I wasn't successful. They had two people, one behind me and one on the other side. So I slipped through the bushes, and they threw a bottle at me, and I darted out into the street, into Highland, from the AutoZone into the Highland. Okay, this part, there's a broken bottle over there, but no, the officer responded to this because of next thing happened. Okay, I ended up in the street with apparently in a state that now I twisted my ankle. I twisted my ankle to the point I'm on the ground and my shoe is off. In all this panic, trying to get away from them. Okay, now from this panic, right in front of an SUV pulling out of the driveway.